Okay, what's up mga kuya? Welcome back to the channel. So unfortunately, I cannot stream right now for some unknown reasons. But yeah, this is our unboxing video of the, should be a live unboxing of the POCO M4 5G. But since, again, for unknown reasons, I'm having some technical issues right now, which is really annoying. So yeah, we'll go ahead and proceed with this live stream. So yeah, welcome to our unboxing and first impressions of the POCO M4 5G. And yeah, this is the box. Shout out to POCO for sending me a unit of their POCO M4 5G. Much appreciated. And what I have with me is the 6GB 128GB variant in Power Black. The Black color option. Um, and as far as spec goes, this is the spec list. So as you can see, we have a MediaTek Dimensity 700, Mali G58 GPU. You either can get 4 gigs of memory with 64 gigs of storage, or 6 gigs of memory with 120 gigs of storage with UFS 2.2 storage. 50 megapixel main sensor on a dual camera setup, up to 1080p video recording, 8 megapixel front facing camera. No dual stereo speakers here, but we do have a headphone jack, Wi-Fi, AC Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.1, USB Type-C 2.0, side-mounted fingerprint scanner, 5,000 mAh battery with 18 watts of fast charging, and with an IPS LCD display, 90 Hz, 6.5 inches, which is, honestly, if you're gonna ask me, like, is a bit small. I mean, smaller compared to the most budget, pretty much any smartphone that's coming out right now. So we do have Corning Gorilla Glass 3 at the front, plastic frame, plastic back, and a splash resistant body, as it says here on GSM Marina's website. And apparently this has been released a long time ago, just 2 months ago actually, in India. So as you can see, this is this is the website in India, and yeah, you have the options for POCO Yellow, Cool Blue, and the Power Black, which is the one that I have. So no update yet. Like, when is this gonna be released in the Philippines? But pricing wise, for the 4 gig, 64 gig variant, that is 13,000 rupees, or about 9,000 Philippine pesos. But for this 6 gig 128 gig variant, that's 15,199 rupees, and converted to pesos, that's a little over ito pala, yan. 12,999 and 15,199. So that's for the 6 gig 128 gig variant, that's a little over 10,600 pesos, or a little over 10,000 Philippine pesos. I'm not sure on the official pricing yet, since there's no update yet, as I know, here in the Philippines. But yeah, that's pretty much what you need to know right now about the POCO M4 5G. So right now we'll unbox this, and let's see how it is. So of course, what's in here is the SIM ejector tool, and we do have the usual paperwork, quick start guide, safety information, and warranty card, and then the soft clear TPU case, which hopefully is frosted, but just based on the texture, when I first touched it, it's not, unfortunately. But yeah, this is how the case looks, and tensya sa piyok. Kaya na pa kasi ako nainis. Dapat kaya na pa ako nagsimula sa stream na to. But yeah, but that's the phone itself. MediaTek Dimensity 700 with 5G on a 7nm process, 90Hz display. So that's a dynamic display, meaning that it should like switch from 30Hz up to 90Hz depending on what you're doing. 5,000 mAh battery with 18 watts of fast charging, plus a this should be like, I think, a 50 megapixel sensor on a dual camera setup, and we do have NFC, plus 18 watts of fast charging. But although in the box, I think this has a 22.5 watt fast charger, so it won't be able to like take up all that output. But yeah, confirmed, we do have up to 22.5 watts of max charging with this fast charger in the box. And then you have the Type-C to Type-A charging cable, which is not like orange accents inside this, fortunately. And looks like that's it for what's in the box. And yeah, let's check the phone out. And yeah, this is how the phone looks. And to be honest, it looks pretty nice. Although, yeah, I would assume this is like a plastic part here, alongside the POCO branding, with the dual camera setup. And we do have the single LED flash. Not sure why my voice like this, it's real annoying. But yeah, this is how the phone looks with a teardrop notch. Unfortunately, we don't have a hole punch here for the front-facing camera. Side-mounted fingerprint scanner, power button slash fingerprint scanner, which is flat. Also a flat power button, which feel okay. They're not the clickiest, but I'm not expecting that. SIM card tray. At the top, we do have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which I would have preferred to be at the bottom, but oh well. And we do have an IR blaster, so that's very nice. Main microphone, USB Type-C charging, and single bottom firing speaker. And of course, we do have the 5G branding here. Yeah, pretty much that's it. And let's see if this actually has any charge. Yeah, UFS 2.2 storage, so this should boot up quite quickly. Even though this does have like a budget chipset inside. So yeah, running on MIUI 13. And I'm just gonna set this up real quick. Okay, so first off, design-wise, I really like what they did with the back of the phone. So even though it is like a bit of a, well, a real fingerprint magnet, it is a textured back, so it's not a glossy back. So it's not as bad as this texture right here. So this is definitely a plastic back here with a glossy finish. Not sure why companies keep doing this. Like, I'm not sure what's the cost if you're gonna make it like a matte finish. But yeah, this is a glossy plastic finish here, a nice textured finish, which is not glossy at all, so that feels nice. And yeah, design wise, we do have sizable top and bottom chins, even though we do have the teardrop notch up here. The top chin around here is a bit too big for me, and we do have a sizable bottom chin. Side bezels are okay, but yeah, we do have flat sides, a flat side, plastic side or frame, plastic back again, and I think we do have, yeah, I think we do have a plastic screen protector here. So I'm just gonna remove that right away. Not a fan of that. That's why the texture of the screen like felt weird. So we do have Corning Gorilla Glass covering this, and I'm just gonna set this up. I'm actually gonna lower the brightness for a bit. Hopefully that's okay. And so far as I can see, the display seems to be quite good for the price. Of course, paired with 90 hertz. That's very nice. We'll see actually. Yeah, it actually feels pretty nice. Like, of course, compared to 60 hertz, which like I haven't used. But yeah, this actually feels real nice. Very nice for a 90 hertz display. It's a bit lagging because we are updating a few apps in the background. And build quality wise, build quality is pretty solid, of course. Paired with a 5000 mAh battery, like to help with that structural integrity of the phone itself, of the device. So very nice. This would have been real good. Like, I actually like this design for the camera modules. It's just that it is a glossy plastic finish here on this part. Again, I like this part. It's a textured, non-glossy finish. I really like that. And the fingerprint scanner seems to be quite good. Not the fastest in the world, but it works. And regarding display, it looks like we do have a decently bright display, which should be like respectively viewable outdoors. Can't confirm for now since I'm recording this at night. But of course, you'll find out on my full review of this. So again, we do have a 6.58-inch IPS LCD display, 90 Hz, so that's very nice. 1080p resolution, if I haven't said that. All covered in Corning Gorilla Glass 3. And regarding the cameras, actually, scratch what I said about a 15 megapixel sensor, since usually they should be like a super high resolution 15 megapixel mode here. So it looks like the main sensor in this version of the POCO M4 5G is only a 13 megapixel main sensor, which is not bad by any means. And we do have a 2 megapixel depth sensor at the back, which is the second sensor. Again, I don't really recognize that as a second camera sensor. But yeah, we do have a 13 megapixel main sensor, and as for the video side, we have a max of 1080p 30 fps. Same for the front-facing camera, up to 1080p 30 fps. And of course, our bottle of Pellegrino. And just based on this picture right now, it seems to be looking good so far. But of course, I'll find out more when I actually take pictures outdoors and in low light situations. But yeah, and regarding performance, let's see if this can actually handle Genshin Impact. And we are back na po mga kuya. Just finished downloading Genshin Impact, and currently I've set this at the highest graphic settings at 60 fps and see how it fares. Although I'm not really expecting the Dimensity 700 to perform smoothly here. Again, at the highest settings, 60 fps, but so far, just gonna wait for it to load first. The game to run for a while, then I'll see if it actually runs smoothly. Okay, so far it's been running okay. Again, this is set at the highest graphic settings at 60 fps with motion blur turned off. And considering like this is a budget phone with the Dimensity 700, it performs okay. I mean, it's playable for the most part. Again, this is at the highest setting, but this will of course be more playable and maybe high or maybe even medium graphic settings. That's what I'll like experiment on my full review of this. But for now, this is actually quite surprising, considering again this is a budget phone, and so far it is a bit warm. The POCO M4 5G is a bit warm. Take note of the term that I'm using, warm, not hot. So yeah, so far it's been okay, an okay experience, quite playable for the most part, even with some frequent stutters here and there. Okay, so the performance so far on the POCO M4 5G is pretty good. For a budget phone, it's quite solid, real solid actually. Also considering, again, it can run, I mean, technically it can run Genshin Impact at the highest settings at 60 fps. Of course, that will be smoother in lower graphic settings. But yeah, overall, so far, I'm impressed by this phone. Again, I don't know like the official pricing yet here in the Philippines. But so far, real good, a really solid package. Plus with a 5,000 mAh battery paired with that low-powered chipset, I'm expecting this to be an easy 2-day battery life for me. Maybe ending the day with 50 to 60% with my usual usage of 6 hours of screen on time with social media, YouTube, some gaming, and picture taking. So that's what we'll see. We'll find out in my full review of this. But yeah, so far, pretty solid package. And as for the speakers, okay, so my microphone is just over here. And actually, even though this is only a single bottom firing speaker, the speaker quality is actually pretty good. Not great, obviously, but yeah, pretty good for a budget phone. Not really gonna complain. But yeah, as a whole, with 6 gigs of memory, with 128 gigs of storage, so far I can give this a thumbs up to those who are looking for a budget 5G smartphone. I can easily recommend this. Also with the IP52 certification, at least here in India's website for the POCO M4 5G, it is IP52 certified, so meaning that it's splash and dust resistant. I would actually use this term water resistant, so that would mean like you're able to submerge the phone, but at this IP certification, that should be like a splash using it in the rain or in the shower, but not really submerge it underwater. But yeah, pretty solid package so far. The POCO M4 5G, of course, I have no news yet on when will this be available in the Philippines, but of course I'll update you guys on that. And most likely, I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna upload my review of this by next week. I actually kind of want to wait until I find out like the official price of this phone in the Philippines. But yeah, we'll see. I might just like make a review video or live stream. But yeah, that was my unboxing and first impressions so far for the POCO M4 5G. I'll leave the links in the description for this phone once it's available here in the Philippines, and of course much appreciated again to POCO for sending me a unit of their POCO M4 5G. Very nice, and I haven't done this in a while, so of course leaving a like is the easiest way to support the channel. Consider subscribing if you like my content, and turn on notifications so you'll be updated on my latest videos. Stay safe mga kuya, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Flip a bag, now I'm serving a Tesla. Going back, shawty with me, I stepped up. GTA for the ops, ain't no less stuff. Shawty born to be my angel, yeah, I'm blessed up. Cooking right up in the stew, got a cheddar fan. Yeah, I'm watching out for ops, yeah, they know.